So, the internet is already angry about the new Star Fox. People hate the new character designs, people are complaining that it's another Star Fox 64 remake. And honestly, I understand some of it, because when I first saw the new design, yeah, that definitely took me a minute. But then... the music started, and suddenly I realized Nintendo finally understands Star Fox again. Now, if you watched my previous video ranking all the Star Fox soundtracks, you'll know I've been begging for one thing to come back: live orchestral music. Because for me, Star Fox Assault was the absolute peak of the franchise musically. It sounded cinematic, emotional, grand. And after 10 years, hearing this new soundtrack honestly felt unreal. Like Nintendo politely walked up to John Williams and said, "Excuse me, sir, would you mind making our Space Fox game sound like Star Wars?" And honestly, there was a point where I genuinely thought Nintendo had just given up on Star Fox. No new games, no real direction, just silence. And for me, that sucked, because Star Fox is my favorite Nintendo franchise. I literally grew up with these games. The original Starwing on the SNES was the first game I ever played. Star Fox Adventures became my favorite game of all time. And Assault, I literally asked for that game just because of the soundtrack. Which, looking back, was probably the first warning sign that I'd become a composer. But okay, let's talk about the real reason I'm excited. The music, because oh my god, this soundtrack sounds massive. Not just good for Nintendo, not just good for a game, it sounds cinematic. The strings, the brass, the percussion, it feels huge. At times it genuinely feels like Star Wars. Like somebody accidentally put John Williams in charge of a squadron of heavily armed space animals. And the orchestration? This is what I've wanted for Star Fox for all these years. Because Star Fox has always wanted to be cinematic, even back on the SNES. That poor little console was fighting for its life trying to sound orchestral. But then came the moment that completely sold me. The cinematic prologue. The scene where we finally see what happens on Venom to James McCloud, Fox's father. And honestly, my jaw hit the floor. The music during the scene is incredible, it's emotional, it's tragic, it's heroic, and genuinely cinematic in a way Star Fox has never fully achieved before. If this is how the game opens, we are in for something special. Because suddenly this doesn't just feel like, haha, funny Space Fox game, it feels like an actual space opera, which is exactly what Star Fox should be. This version of Star Fox feels more cinematic, more mature, more story-driven. And visually, the game looks stunning. The lighting, the environments, the scale. Nintendo clearly wants this game to feel big. And honestly, I think a lot of people are focusing so hard on, oh no, it's another 64-style game. And they're missing the bigger picture. Because what I'm seeing here is Nintendo finally understanding the identity of Star Fox again. Not just gameplay, not just nostalgia, but the feeling, adventure, heroism, cinematic skill, emotional music. This is what made Star Fox special in the first place. So yeah, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm just blinded by nostalgia, but honestly, watching this trailer, hearing this soundtrack, seeing Star Fox finally return after 10 freaking years made me genuinely emotional. Because for the first time in a very long time, it finally feels like Star Fox is back. And if the rest of the soundtrack is this good, I already know I'm going to be listening to it for the next 10 years. Now excuse me while I replay that James McCloud prologue music another 17 times.